Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube family? This is Samuel Legger representing Team JBS. I just got done looking at the first episode of The Mandalorian. What is with all the hate? What did you guys want? Like, it's the first episode, and I mean, for me, it gave me everything that I was looking for. But I'll break that down just real quick. But I'm real curious as to why people were so upset about this episode. Either way, so for me, the aesthetics, the visuals, the camera work, the gosh darn costume design, makeup. It was amazing. It was a perfect blend of pre and post George Lucas. Like, it had that feeling of old school Empire, but the visual aesthetics of everything. Like, I mean, take Rogue One for instance. It's kind of like taking Rogue One and making that a series. Like, but even so, more so, like tonally, the first, man, up until they got to the planet where Mandalorian got attacked by the animal, all that was a tone that was just near perfect. Like, for real, I really dug the way that they did it, the way that they shot it. They showed so much about his character. And the Mandalorian is a straight up savage, bro. Like, I loved it. I really did love it. There was a lot of things that I was really surprised by, just how ruthless he really was, but at the same time, he's got a code. And I don't remember enough about the Mandalorians to recall much, so I'm not going to be able to give that much insight to this review. I can only speak for what I've seen. They said that this is post-Empire, so that means that Sidious has already been defeated, and it takes place after everything. But it doesn't make sense, because this little baby, right? Who is that? Because the only other species version we've seen died, and we've seen that Force Ghost. So I don't want to spoil anything for the episode, people that haven't seen, but what the heck is that? Who is that? Yeah, that's a big question for me. Nick Nolte, shout out to him. I have spoken, definitely recognize that voice. He did a really great job. I recognized, there's a lot of different things that I recognized about this episode. I thought it was really interesting. I'm just real curious where things are gonna go from here. Ooh, I did realize something. The guy that was working with the person that set up the bounty for the Mandalorian, his clothes and cloth reminded me of Leia's surrogate dad. I forget what their group is, from Tatooine. But anyway, that was one thing that I thought was really fascinating. But as far as the episode is concerned, I liked it. I didn't have any problem with it. I think that there was one point of common relief when, like, the Mandalorian got attacked by these animals. Kind of showed a little bit of vulnerability, like, really quickly. Up until that point, he was prepared for everything. But it did make it really interesting. I dug it, man. I didn't have any problem with the episode at all. Like, I'm actually excited now. I do think that droid at the end was a straight up savage. He needs that droid. For real. Like, he got to figure out a way of getting that droid back. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, you guys.